Right, hi. So I've got this kind of enormous sense of pride at my accomplishments lately. Um, Being able to cast spells so simply. Now this alludes to that bit I was talking about when catching fish. How you don't actually need all loads of equipment. If you use the right techniques, um, you can just like a child can do it. So that was like as simple as just watching that Monty Python video, and it worked like a charm. It just and a charm is a spell, so it was like a counter spell, and it's worked a lot of the time. The simplest spells are the easiest because it didn't involve me even having to try it. I just enjoyed watching it, and it just totally changed the whole astral like stuff going on. Okay, so we're in this moon sphere today on the astral tree, so it's quite important. Um, the connection to the Venus body, the Venus sphere, is through the path of the star, which is connected with Aquarius, whereas the path to the Venus body sphere from the Earth sphere is the path of the moon, which is connected with Pisces. Um, so just bear that in mind. Pride. I want to talk quickly about pride because it's one of those words can give me. It used to give me a certain amount of cognitive dissonance about it. What is pride? Supposedly it's the sin that got Lucifer kicked out of heaven. Right? Lucifer was the God's favourite angel, but pride caused him to fall. And that's the story we're kind of told anyway. Um, right. So pride, it reminds me of one of that word in the Asian language. I don't know exactly what the word is, but it's in a few different languages. I think they have this word it means disaster and it simultaneously opportunity. I mean, they use the same word for disaster and opportunity. I'm starting to lose my cognitive dissonance about that as well because I see it like it's like the hand of God at work, and it's clearing away. The destruction is necessary so that there's all these opportunities for creation. So it's part of the way that they think, because they've got that word in their language instead of like having it in two different words. Whereas we have got this word pride, and that's also got like a dual meaning. It can mean arrogance, but it can also mean like kind of like gratitude. What it is, it's a pivot point where it's a danger point in a sense. It can lead to arrogance, that's the negative side, or it can lead to gratitude, like being like the I want to emphasize the kind of pride that a parent has for their child when their child has done well. And I sense that pride, but I'm learn I my understanding is I have to see it as gratitude, and I feel this great big sense of gratitude that's like basically the same as this pride that I feel. I feel it as one thing, and I think that's important to do when you've got it, and that it keeps me humble to a certain extent, prevents me getting too arrogant. That's something to watch out for, like that sense of pride where it becomes arrogance. Right. So this is connecting with this, bringing this sleeping giant energies of Venus and making them awake. Tomorrow, when we go into like the Hell sphere, which will be the kingdom sphere on the astral plane, it's going to connect with the heart chakra, and we're going to go out into the world, into our territory, and it will be hell. I mean, and we will be there um, wearing our crown as the king, because it's the king. We are the king now, well, or queen if you're a woman, of hell. And to balance this out and to make sure that you're wearing the right crown, because we're going to have many crowns. There's 4 kingdoms. Um, you're going to have this understanding that the reason these people are in hell is because they're ignorant. They're in ignorance. and they're suffering. But you know, everyone you see is going to be suffering in one way or another, and you're going to have the keys to that place, that hell, because you're going to have understanding about it and how to get out of it. So that's the right crown you've got to have of compassion and understanding and wisdom. Not so much compassion, but you want to be aware of your ability to have compassion. This is going to be connecting with like the mercy sphere, which is where the energies of Venus come from, in a sense, on that pillar, that merciful pillar of the tree. So this other thing about the two different paths that lead up to this Venus body are um, Pisces, which rules the feet, and Aquarius, that rules the lower legs. And we're moving from now the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. So one thing to bear in mind, I think, is this idea of the Achilles Heel.